Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in thy sight. Give divine guidance to the President of the Republic. Endow members of Parliament and ministers of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and their good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a country of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and the love for the common good. Bless the efforts of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people, that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen.
Today the against people go die.
I'm a money cry.
Oh, I tell you. Holiday edition. Holiday edition. I remember your friends, good morning and good morning. We are excited. We are excited. It's the holiday edition. Mubekaya. Nanka esi dear fufida. Nisi dear fufu. Was it the Tuesday?
Yeah, it was Tuesday. Yeah, the 1st of July.
Ano mampeni eka sesa se wasisem. Then sesemu ni se fufida ni isi na wotwe mfimfin dia na odi akoshe fida. Menti ene yenim se WTV ahwefo nyina mu wofie. We are excited to come into your homes this morning. We are doing it together for our friends who are mostly with us on their phones. Today you get to see us on a bigger screen, and this bigger screen is the television in your house. To our diasporian friends who will still be joining us on their phones, a warm welcome to the show. It is your favorite Christian morning show here from the Grand House at Dabraka. All right, Yankuti Unyankupan Semwe.
Anyame na asmo Yesu Kristo mi lebi na nye radon ekun akenye ba fata wo bona fe ni wo fe wonye wo chu ne kene chu mo ne kegbe na oba na woni kane mo lebi ne keje Matthew sani papale icho ni jinyo make pa anyo keje kuku ni ji ete ga ni ake ni eke anokwale mike onye ake kadi nye chake ni nye chomo tamogbeke bile nye bote enwe manje ilile mlinkra. Amen. And then the English reads as follows. The Gospel according to Matthew chapter 18 verse 3. And he said, I tell you the truth, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. The word of God.
Thanks be to God. Dear friends, Yesu Kristo ano woyem fatu hubi no what tam kwala den chrom kwala monhwe kwala medomo yem fatu nti munya maso na muntie de Yesu Kristo woyoye. Matthew chapter 18 verse 3. The Gospel according to Matthew chapter 18 verse 3. And he said, I tell you the truth, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Or say, someone says, Sakra, and yet say, a motofo in Qualaya or Heya, and yan dear Osra Himambo Kubida. A do baby and a brabono and Casan Wuko in Uliana, a yellow say, Sebi, Unini. Emma Nyansa Unini Emma Ahotoso I say winning with that ba Christo muno ente sa eduru baby ana Kristo mu no ye ho sabofra ye ho se akwala wunimudie nanso gidie surunku bi a wo papa mu gidie surunku bi a wo maame no onim se maame ka wo beyo maame de obeyo nanso ba nkunku a de obetie si ho amwodi sa anana Yesu Kristo ede ye mfato timu wo ka kire agidifo na no wo ba asoro ba betie se hwe mo nyina akosi se wo ba ye mo ho te se emofra no osoro ahiman wa hwa muntumi enkum anopai ye nyina yensan ema yakoma emrase na yenyi nyankopon ni mmoroso yensan fa ye ho ento ne su nyina ni hu se maami aka no papa aka no obeya man Christ wakasa obeya man no obeya man ewo Yesu Kristo dim se ko ba ne sadia ene enwuma ye kyerɛ wo Sunday school method sasafo no no ene na ye nyina yenkai na yentimi ento na yenkaka bra na yewo children service no MHB 842 Gentle Jesus Meek and Mild. This beautiful hymn that is sung throughout all Methodist Children Ministries portrays Jesus as a gentle and compassionate figure, particularly appealing to children. And this hymn was authored by the Venerable Charles Wesley, co-founder of the Wesleyan movement. Now, the hymn was first published in the year 1742 and as part of a sacred poem collection meant for adults but to portray Jesus' compassion for children. Now, it later was published in a collection for children solely in the year 1763. Now, the hymn's popularity largely is due to its use of simple language and the relatable imagery, making it accessible to young children. It emphasizes Jesus' gentle, meek, and mild nature, particularly in relation to children, and also highlights his compassion and love, willingness to accept children. Now, the line, "Pity my simplicity," is a key phrase that reflects a child's perspective, acknowledging their innocence and need for guidance and love. The hymn has influenced countless of children and adults, and anybody who really went through the rigor and the rudiment of the children ministry of the Methodist Church, popularly known as Sunday school, will identify with this hymn. Now, in conclusion, while often associated with children, the hymn's message of compassion, love, resonates with people of all ages, prompting a reflection on Jesus' attributes and their application to daily life. Gentle Jesus, meek and mild. MHB 842. See etimiato mofra enyum dia ene yeni kan enchia your mofra now all our learners of the children's ministry. The fear of the Lord
is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the Lord
is the beginning of wisdom.
Children, I can't hear you. The fear of the Lord
is the beginning of wisdom.
Dear friends, I will serve
the church.
I will serve
the church.
I will serve
the church.
Preach the word.
In season and out of season.
Preach the word.
In season and out of season.
Mothers and fathers, dear colleagues, the world. The world. The world, my parish. And for all of us belonging to the Methodist Church, and if you are not a member of the Methodist, join us today to respond to one of our most favorite greetings. Christ in you.
Hey, this you.
Me say no chair so Christ in you.
Hey, this you.
And this year now, you say Christ in you.
Hey, this you.
All right, yeah. The radius say anope okanya ho. Yedikaka, today is the Friday Kum holiday edition of your favorite Christian morning show. Sorry, na shrine. Anope no. Ya wo menu bi I per se yede eto wanim enti yema miss na ma ya menu ne.
Yeah. So today is Friday and it happens to be a holiday, and so we'd love to do this with you because we know you'll be home and you'll be behind your television set, and so do not change your channel. Just stay with us from now to a little above 10 a.m. so that we'll be able to do this together. Now in the meantime, we'll bring you the Wesleyan news updates. The newspaper headlines will be next, and then we'll take a look at our health and some insurance minutes. We'll also bring you the 𝗟𝗏𝗘 segment, and so join us as we delve into all of these stories with our news analyst, as we bring some advices and some finality to the stories, and of course then the phone lines will be open for you to step in with your calls. Remember to always lower the volume of your TV sets. Whatever conversations we are having here, once your volume is down, you'll be able to hear us, and we would hear you in turn. And so this is how we are going to go about it. But today on 𝗟𝗏𝗘, we are asking, what do you know about the Christian concept of Trinity? Our own mother, the very Reverend Dr. Clara Dankwa, will join us this morning for us to do this together. And so the phone lines would also be open so that you can share your comments, your contributions with us. In the meantime, our social media platforms are active: WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, and the rest of the platforms. Share your comments, your thoughts, and your contributions with us, and let us also be able to read it. We'll bring you all the birthdays that we have today. But if you're celebrating your birthday today, please do all to send us your name, your picture, and a message. Let's help you celebrate your special day.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, say ye can nyame basakro asemi has started already, but today we give you the part 2 and more in depth the nuances and some of the conceptions and the misconceptions, especially onyame basakro tisekusia, and then ibedwudwom na osofopani amietimi. Get all your questions ready, or students of theology or Christians opese what unyame basakro, the triune God or the true God, no? And then we are bringing you the part 2 of the entire discussion. In the meantime, thank you to our sponsors. Number 1 on the bill is the MIPL. MIPL. Repeat with me. MIPL. The commander said the motion atade fefe yasha. So for Adzika na miss na ya chichiri ya say aku. Achon wo he fifio tomo aku. MIPL. Mobekaya munim say Methodist Church ye di 190 years. Na asafo no ayɛ sɛ wɔbɛyɛ ntaadeɛ fɛfɛɛfɛfɛfɛɛfɛ ama yɛahyɛ na munim sɛ yɛasafo yi mu deɛ ɛyɛ only one body pɛ and wotumi yɛ ntaadeɛ fɛfɛɛfɛfɛ sɛ ɛma yɛ ɛyɛ MIP ɔmo ana ɔmo ne 190 years anniversary committee I chichiri nyoma nyina ɛma nti t-shirt ya yɛdi di dwuma no ɛno ana afi ukoto t-shirt bia na wo hwa enye t-shirt papa yɛde 190 year t-shirt ɛna ɛyɛ adwuma meboa nti as the program goes on we will be unveiling to you some of the paraphernalia a yɛde akyerɛ mo kɔdadaada ɛnkyɛ bia mbo sɛ yɛde mɔfla agu yɛ kom te sɛ eskimo a yɛkwa buruchiri hey ɛda yɛbɛdu saa buruchiri hɔ no na ɛda yɛbɛdu aburuchiri all right, don't worry. There are supplies all over, you know. There are supplies. It is said the American nyankopon edi eko enepa nti no obia enyina ye na yentimi enhwe de ye de eko. All right, say ekoba ne saade a ene yenko na yegogogo tie kaseba yewo anopai esane say ebi kokodai but ebi susu esi krom. So we have the holiday edition of the Wesleyan News Bulletin. Eti yankobra.
Hooray! The Methodist Church Ghana is 190 years old. Grab your 190th anniversary souvenirs from MIPO or any of the diocesan offices across the connection. Get the t-shirts and Lacoste designed with African print fabrics, customized gold and ceramic award plates, mugs and pens, quality and affordable mufflers, and the Methodist blue cloth or the connectional cloth. Buy your t-shirts for the connectional procession to support the Brigade Band to launch the Young People's Week on the 12th of July 2025. And let's climax the 190th anniversary celebration with a Thanksgiving service across all societies as we clad in a Methodist blue cloth or the connectional cloth on Sunday, 24th of August 2025. Don't be left out in this celebration of the 190th anniversary of the Methodist Church Ghana. Call us on 0242 122 787 or you can visit us at the Grant House adjacent the Holy Spirit Cathedral at Adzika, Accra.
Looking for professional office space? We are here to help you out in every way. Available space to let within the building is a total of about 2,500 square meters. We have in place disability-friendly washrooms, male-female washrooms, and kitchenettes with 24/7 water supply. We are providing the best office space for your business, coupled with an on-site clinic and a spacious car park. Reach out to us before your competitors do. 𝗦𝗏𝗏 Towers is designed to make you feel safe, offering you the needed luxurious personal space. It comes with affordable pricing package. Please contact for details and inspection on 0503 109 978, 0500 166 304 or 0556 302 880 or 0243 614 423. 𝗦𝗏𝗏 Towers, offering you a safe, secured, luxurious office space.
for joining us on the Friday edition of the News Bulletin. We are coming to you live from our studios at the Grant House at Adzika, Accra. Coming up in this bulletin, Mahama charges newly sworn in Supreme Court justices to serve as stewards of justice, not arbiters of technicalities. Nana Grada urges church members to keep praying as court slaps 15-year jail term on her for charlatanic advertisement and defrauding by false pretenses. NPP drags EC to court over decision to rerun election in some polling stations in Ablekuma North. India Prime Minister hails Ghana as a beacon of inspiration in Africa as he concludes two-day visit. Elsewhere, major Nigerian opposition figures unite forces to face Tinubu re-election bid. My name is Anita and Quarcoo. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's settle for the detail. President John Dramani Mahama has urged the newly sworn-in justices of the Supreme Court to rise above procedural formalities and dictate themselves to delivering real justice for Ghanaians. Speaking at the swearing-in ceremony of 7 new Supreme Court justices at the Jubilee House on Thursday, July 3, the president reminded the judges that their elevation to the highest court comes with both legal and moral responsibilities that transcend technical interpretation of the law. He described their appointment as a high constitutional trust and a moment that reflects not just personal merit and legal expertise, but also the hopes of a country undergoing renewal. President Mahama underscored the pivotal role the Supreme Court plays in safeguarding democracy and upholding the rights and liberties of Ghanaians, stressing that the bench must inspire public confidence through fairness, impartiality, and courage. The swearing-in ceremony marks the latest in the series of judicial reforms under the Mahama administration, which he emphasized building trust in public institutions and strengthening the rule of law in Ghana's Fourth Republic. The 7 newly confirmed justices, whose appointments follows rigorous parliamentary approval and vetting processes earlier this year, are Justice Sir Dennis Dominic Ajay, Justice Gabriel Samuel Subare, Justice Senyor Damefe, Justice 𝗦𝗍𝗍 Justice Philip Bright Mensah, Justice Battels Kojo, and Justice Hafisata Amale-Boba. Evangelist Patricia Siedu, popularly known as Nana Grada, has urged her church members to keep praying as she was escorted out of the court by police officers on Thursday, July 3, after receiving a 15-year prison sentence. The emotional remark came in response to a question about what message she had for her congregation following a conviction of 2 accounts of defrauding by false pretenses. She was also fined 300 Ghana cedis, equaling to 25 penalty units, for engaging in charlatanic advertisement, and failure to pay the fine will result in an additional 30-day jail term. The sentencing was handed down by her Anna Evelyn Asamoah of Court 10, who ruled that Agrada's actions were calculated and showed no genuine remorse. Agrada was arrested on October 2022 after she aired a televised advert claiming to have the spiritual power to double money. Several individuals who responded to the advertisement later reported being defrauded. Her lawyer, Richard 𝗟𝗍𝗘, pleaded with the court to reconsider a non-custodial sentence, citing the impact on her 5 children, including a 3-year-old who is the youngest and the oldest being 24-year-old law student. He argued that she had shown remorse and cooperated throughout the 3-year trial. However, lead prosecutor ASP Emmanuel Haliga opposed the plea, pointing out that Agrada had a previous conviction in 2021 for a similar offense involving the illegal operation of a TV station and the broadcast of deceptive content. The court ultimately sided with the prosecution, describing her conduct as deliberate and unacceptable. Agrada, who transitioned from spiritualist to Christian evangelist in 2021, now faces a long prison term, leaving behind her church and ministry, Heaven Way Champion International. Now, Minister for Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 has revealed the long-anticipated National Misinformation and Disinformation Bill is ready to be presented before Parliament for review in its upcoming session. Addressing the media on Thursday, July 3, he stated that the bill is a crucial step in safeguarding Ghana's digital information ecosystem, particularly in an age where falsehood and harmful online content threaten public trust, national security, and democratic engagement. To protect the integrity of Ghana's digital information space, the ministry is making steady progress towards bringing the National Misinformation and Disinformation Bill before Parliament. He explained that the draft legislation seeks to establish a legal framework that empowers statutory bodies to respond effectively to the deliberate creation and spread of false information without infringing on citizens' right to free speech. 𝗟𝗏𝗘𝗏 emphasized that the bill reflects the ministry's commitment to promoting accountable digital communication, fostering trustworthy public discourse, and advancing digital literacy. He assured the public that free expression would not be curtailed but must be exercised responsibly. Now, the New Patriotic Party has announced plans to seek legal redress to restrain the Electoral Commission from conducting a rerun in some polling stations in the 𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗏 North constituency. This follows the EC's announcement that it will conduct a rerun of the parliamentary election in 19 polling stations within the constituency, citing disputes over the authenticity of the December 7, 2024 general election result. Addressing the press briefing in Accra on July 3, the General Secretary, Justin Kudia-Frimpong, questioned the sudden shift from the 3 to the 19 polling stations requiring a rerun. He pointed out that even the originally listed Gloryland Hotel Odoko polling station 1, one of the 3 pending, was no longer included in the EC's revised list. The NPP accused the EC of yielding to pressure from the governing National Democratic Congress, citing recent public threats by NDC Chairman Johnson Asiedu-Nketia to remove the Commission's leadership. He referenced the June 19, 2025 appearance of the Deputy EC Commissioner, Dr. Bosman Asari, before Parliament, where he confirmed that only 3 polling stations were left to be collated and gave no indication of a rerun. The NPP insists that under Ghanaian law, including the 1992 Constitution, PNDC Law 284 and CI 127, only a court of competent jurisdiction can authorize a rerun of an election that has already been held. The party warned that if the EC's action go unchallenged, it could set a dangerous precedent for future elections. Meanwhile, the EC has set the rerun for Friday, July 11, 2025, assuring the public of a transparent and peaceful process with the Ghana Police Service on hand to ensure security. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has praised Ghana's commitment to democratic values and inclusive development, describing the country as a beacon of inspiration for the entire African continent. Speaking in Ghana's parliament during his official visit, Prime Minister Modi commented the nation's resilience, leadership, and democratic maturity. His remarks were met with applause from members of parliament and dignitaries present. The Indian leader's visit is part of efforts to deepen bilateral relations between Ghana and India, with a focus on trade, technology, education, agriculture, and cultural exchange. Prior to delivering his speech in Parliament, Prime Minister Modi visited the 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 Mausoleum and laid a wreath on the tomb of Ghana's first president, 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and his wife, Fathia Nkrumah. The Tertiary Education Workers Union of Ghana, 𝗟𝗏, has declared an indefinite nationwide strike following the expiration of a 7-day ultimatum issued on June 4, 2025 to relevant authorities over the recognition of its representatives on the Governing Council of Traditional Authorities. The union argues that despite holding a majority membership across all traditional public universities in Ghana, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission (GTEC) has sidelined its representatives in favor of those from the Teachers and Educational Workers Union under the Trades Union Congress (TUC). Addressing the press on Thursday, July 3, 𝗟𝗏 condemned GTEC's directive, which mandated university authorities to swear in TUC representatives into the governing councils, calling it unfair, unjust and undemocratic. The group has added that all relevant appeals and engagements with authorities have failed to yield results, leaving the union no option but to lay down their tools. Meanwhile, the University of Professional Studies Accra has issued a formal apology following the circulation of a viral video showing an altercation between a member of its dress code compliance team and a level 100 female student. In a statement dated July 3, 2025, the university described the staff member's conduct as unacceptable and confirmed that an internal investigation had verified the circumstances surrounding the incident. UPSC condemned the behavior outright, emphasizing that no staff member has a right to mistreat a student under any circumstances. The Vice Chancellor of the university has personally apologized to the affected student, reaffirming the school's commitment to fostering a respectful and professional campus environment. The staff member involved in the incident has also submitted a written apology. In turn, the student has expressed regret for her actions in the letter to the university management. UPSA further announced plans to review how its dress code is enforced, and management said it will enhance training for the dress code compliance team to ensure future interaction with students uphold the university's standards of respect and professionalism. Elsewhere, Nigeria's two main opposition leaders joined a new political party to challenge President Bola Tinubu and his ruling party in the next election. 𝗟𝗑𝗏 and Peter Obi have chosen the African Democratic Congress (ADC) as their new political home after breaking away from their respective parties, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the Labour Party (LP). This is one of the biggest shakeups in Nigerian politics since the end of a military rule in 1999. Some political heavyweights from Tinubu's All Progressive Congress have also thrown their weight behind the formation. The announcement is a combination of series of talks between the leaders to put up a united front in the 2027 election rather than splitting their vote. Tinubu won the 2023 election with just 37% of the vote after opposition supporters were divided between Abubakar, who got 29%, and Obi with 25%. Obi had broken away from the PDP after the party chose Abubakar as their presidential candidate. At their unveiling with the ADC, interim chairman David Mark said it was an attempt to save the country's democracy and stop Nigeria from becoming a one-party state. That'll be all for the Wesleyan News Update. For more news, log on to any of our social media platforms. My name is Anita and Afarley Quarcoo. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your weekend.
Praise God, praise God. Christ in tea, you respond, yeah, 𝗟𝗏𝗘. I'm excited to announce to you, friends in the Lord, are you seeking for a platform where you can pray? Ope baby abeso bompai. Now ni nyami edi inkita home. Bibi chire oso. Ana manye bi na be senkum. And you come home. Let's go into the prayer room on WTV every Friday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. to meet seasoned ministers of God that God has raised to impact your life. Remember, John Wesley said, I have too much to do, therefore I spend several hours in prayer in able to do it. That is why we are calling upon you. Meet myself, Reverend Hosea Osei, and the Evangelism Missionary Renewal Directorate as we lead you into the prayer room where we encounter Christ. And I believe your life will never be the same. Call your friends or loved ones every Friday 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. where we will encounter Christ. God bless you. See you on our screens on WTV every Friday, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. God bless you.
Lord, we pray that each and every one of us
Apomuden mreni da sesa na pa we wasan jimre eba beti na ewo ema wo ewo apomuden so anapa we kasafa who can benefit from geriatric care. And guests no are you ready inti no
Enya obi a wanya 65 and above but obi nso wo ho a owo difficulties with health. Ono so obebe to me aseke geriatric care. Yes, please. Chronic. Nti obe to me aseke geriatric care. Nti ana say obi nso wo ho a waye social life aba from obehia nkrofo from the team to assist him or her. Obi nso wo ho a on to me carry about the personal hygiene. Say na ye can obehia obi from the geriatric care group no team no na nipa no abua no obi nso wo ho a na edro no kra ayedin pharmacist no bemu a obebua no wodi enum ni say ebe bua no ansa na yare na eha empenifo a omunyi a yebo ebi so ti say siche yare ni akuma yare yi say if the thing comes in no quickly say ebi wo so a emfa insinsanso ti say hypertension emfa stroke mba ana say ebi so ni wo ho a quickly with the screenings and things no ye betumi aso anu kwan a yarewa bi embeto omo joint no ehunu obroni say inflammation nti ehunu na say ehunu sa na ema eye omuya ena eye stiff a omo ntumi move ebi nso ni osteoporosis omo bones no eye ten na nti ema oto form kakrape etumi bu ebi nso ye hearing loss and asono a eti asem no eso tumi ti nti gise obi ben na say nipa na atiem ansa na obeti nti ye wo nkrofo so a ewo tin no so mo hwewa ebi aseti sa ye be ma wo hearing aid a wo betumi ati asem easily ebi so ye vision onho ade yi nti e man in movement e kechi obi nso wo ho a obe boa wo afa saa we no so ebi nso ye chronic pain eya omunya pain tingling sensations obi feel it say pins and needles be one in nase anani same pain at the back chronic din nti say team no hu saa na ye bema we duro ana say physiotherapist no ebebe mu abeboa wo because pain need to me esi ni na jumaye kwan ebi ti say na obedware obe dress obe nu aduane obe ye ni daily activities. Some of this pain to me esi anokwan obi so to me ye depressed ena enu no eba ebia nipa na lose loved one bi ana say bibi nti obeka ne ho ahyedem na odwendwen ti say obedon okoya team no mu psychologist wo mu a obe assess mental health state. Then say eho akwan no ba nipa no esi eho anu okwan ebi so to minya urinary incontinence obe junso a onti nti ube ho na ba ana access okodunso a ne nyina amba nti ne nyina no eka mpenifo yare no bi ho nti quickly say ho a ye betumi ahwe saa nyama ne nyina asi anu kwan ana say amanage how life and how life with others.
Well, that'll be all for our pomoding. And as I said, Papawa Jimre, ATN, Ewa pomoding. So, Echna, Melinda, and Jimre, na share WTV consulting room for more of this information. Thank you so much. We'll be back with Insurance Minutes. Please stay.
Ojo, that's a home foul. Coconut I am team. Anyway, feel Mr. Pains. Oh, Miss Mena don't be test be or any capsules. So the mawa say Quarcoo I am team. Why feel menstrual pains in a timid say. Na me say Nancy why feel yare or choir sabia. And no me say when ya malaria. Me call ya no mammy malame. Me buy ya and ben malame say why feel. And you don't know what to see say. Me cry when ya me kwa. O mammy tonic be. Ra. Mrs. say me share to move.
Hey, honey, into Obaba and I can't want some son.
Oh, baby. Oh, my baby. I bet you were ya. Senenso, open for, or bad time, or my abofra no for, and I abofra only in fear do me 8 me for said
Enroy, open your biato, I will pharmacy shop, herbal shops, any over-the-counter medicine at 0599 415191 0544174461 and 0208 161800.
Welcome back. This is Insurance Minute, and it's brought to you by 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Insurance. Remember that across all 16 regions, if you want to buy a policy, you can locate 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Insurance. And if you really want to speak with them, go onto your phone lines and then pick their numbers, call them, or you can go onto all social media platforms and then get interactive with them. Today, we'll be taking a look at the motor insurance policy. It's a Friday and it's a holiday, and so whatever that you're doing, if you're driving, please drive safely and watch out for other road users. If you are a road user, please do all to walk on the shoulders of the road facing the oncoming vehicle. And if you want to buy a motor insurance policy, it could be the comprehensive insurance policy, third party, fire and theft, or the third party. You can also get it on their website. Read more on that on info@𝗟𝗏𝗘insurance.com. and then you get to know the details of it. You can also buy that insurance policy and do all to pay your premiums on time so that your claims can be rest assured. Thank you so much for joining us on Insurance Minute. It was brought to you by 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Insurance. We'll be back with more. Please stay.
This is Quarcoo. He's a good guy, but cannot stay away from unnecessary attention and flex. Yes! He received this brand new car from a relative abroad to work with, but decides to wait for a while before registering it. So now, with this uninsured vehicle and a DV plate, he flexes in every corner of the city. Hey! Don't be like Quarcoo. Insure your unregistered vehicle with the chassis number with 𝗟𝗏𝗘 motor policy and stay covered. You can also take other policies such as personal accident insurance, fire and flood, money insurance, contractors all risk, and others. 𝗟𝗏𝗘 Insurance. If it must be done, it must be done well.
Nyansa, it's Shannon Penina. anaya gye mpanina no ti baabi biara mpanimfo ahyia na yɛsua adwene no ne ɔpɛ nyansa no ɔbɛn hɔ a ɔde agudie kyerɛ adwene mu agudie ɛna kɔfie panua saa adwene nsɛm a mu ɔdɔ nsɛmpɔlɔ nsɛm a yɛtie bɔbra a ɛkɔ yie frase efifirito nea ɔpɛ nyansa no ɔmɛnkwankwa anu ase na mpani so ayadwene na bɛyɛ nhyira ama no ɛne ne nkyirima yɛda mo ase
da impanyini nso ayadwene Jemre na hwɛyɛn memninde ne memninde bia anopa no wɔtwe wɔ Wesleyan television so.
The Christian Service University, a fully chartered private university in Ghana, is inviting applications for admission. Undergraduate programs include BSc Nursing and Midwifery, Computer Science, Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration, BA Communication Studies, Planning and Social Development, and Theology with Administration. Postgraduate programs include MSc in Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, Corporate Planning and Governance. We have MA MPhil Communication Studies, MA Christian Ministry with Management, Event Management, MPhil English and Mathematics Education. With quality, faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, we blend academic work with entrepreneurial mindset in all our programs. For more information, please call 0246 275375, 0240 154825, or 0244 596603, or visit our website www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU is located at Odenaho Kwadaso on the Kumasi-Obuasi Road, 100 meters off Star Junction. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa.
And to make him better known. That's Miaro, endo miaro, obrego, inabebo, miaro, endo miaro, assembly besini fema, assembly miaro, assembly besini fema, inabebo, besini fema, Obrega sini parabana, miaro, endo miaro, assembly besini fema, assembly miaro, sina besini parabana, obrega besini parabana, miaro, endo miaro.
All right, and so welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And about back to your old ways, no? Inti, yemi sana studio ha, anapawi. Old ways, old tradition, old tradition.
Witchcraft.
All right, into yet to hey na mene sofo Adzika sofo penyi Adzika na afi nso ye papa Mr. Nicholas Taylor na pa we na ebe tina jumede we so na afi yetumi aye deru Ede amayini na na fe ye phone lines no so wait me the watching try abeka ho ede amaye Mr. Taylor be kan Mr. Taylor, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And on the sidelines too, thank you so much.
Come on, come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Come on.
Yo, Mr. Taylor Mpacho chia unko for na face you ntimi enhyen komonas.
Yeda yankopon say anape mechia mirefo na mechia me mari na Emmanuel Methodist Church agona sodru mechia ho the presiding bishop of the Methodist Church na me papa the Right Reverend Dr. Boafo and so mechia no papa so for Akom my bishop of the University House, the late chairman, and then the Connectional Lay Movement Executive almost mechia one and all the organizational heads you change
I'm some year vetting me it's a vetting because
it is of way
yes no executive secretary no not at all
yes the Lay Movement will be having elections in July, but I think as part of the BGM that you're going to hold, and we had to file for offices for positions, and so yesterday we had to go for vetting.
Because we met in America.
So we invite all prospective candidates. And so we went for.
All right, but educate us a little bit. What is the structure of the Lay Movement Council from the connection to the ground? My education.
Right. That's so we share SO 199.
Yeah.
Lay Movement issues to be now. Can say at the connectional level, we will have the connection executive. We have the lay president, who is the chairman of the Lay Movement, Connectional Lay Movement Council.
The lay president. There can only be one president at a time.
At a time.
Okay.
No conference in the
All right.
It is not the Lay Movement system that elects the lay president. It's a conference in the vice chairman, the secretary, assistant secretary, treasurer, organizer at the connectional level. They are elected by the Lay Movement structure, that is the BGM. Until wamo failure elections no. Then we have the organizational reps. So the lay chairman of all the dioceses, and then the connection executive one form Connection Lay Movement Council. And so if we get the set of executive now, they are going to help administer the association or the lay movement. And so the lay president at the head, then the vice secretary, assistant secretary, treasurer, organizer. They also form the executive of the Lay Movement. Then we have all organizational chairmen, secretaries, and treasurers. So Mobeka lay chairman that becomes the Connectional Lay Movement Council. For the past lay president and all that, it becomes the Connectional Lay Movement Council.
All right.
And see, and then
we will move on to our stories this morning. Miss now will start for.
All right, and so the president has sworn in 7 new Supreme Court justices, and also they should rise above the procedural formalities and dedicate themselves to delivering real justice for Ghanaians. Just any justice and some Ghana. I think that is the reason why the president also made that statement. He said they are expected to serve as arbiters of technicalities, but they are not expected to serve as arbiters of technicalities, but stewards of justice and conscience. And that is a statement from President Mahama. The Supreme Court justices are Justice Sir Dennis Dominic J, Justice Gabriel Simon Subare, Justice Senyor Jamefe, and Justice Quarcoo for Justice Philip Bright Mensah, Justice Batel Skudjena, Justice Hafisata Amaleboba. So far, Obaba and a count. 2 and a count, yes. They count. Yeah. So, as you say, I can say the Omabe back 20 at the Supreme Court. Mr. Taylor.
Yo, that's it. Also, yes. Because the justice system, or Yaza, or Manibiara, so what to me now with the Uncrofa will be at where Uncle no papa. Until the baby nurse at Tembuno on Quaya, on my name Conoso, okay, Chikakra. So, what you there, your Tembuafa, the word of Tembuafa as a judgment that somebody who will be able to listen to both sides, look at other conditions, and then speak. Say that as someone at the Botugan, in power benkum, name power in front of your judgment. Oh, my papa Kenzie, my mamma Kenzie, 9. So, open the day, Yen Crofubia. What my judgment? Nasa judgment what the baban. Uncofu de Samia papa that bede. or you transfer kakra, then it creates problems. Now, the appointment of Supreme Court judge is also vested with the president, of course, with some consultations. At the croy, may you kakra, what the Munkro Sonia, President Mona Bain there. Or ya what Bobin na no one linking to political party. What Bobin na no one linking to at the Bonibia. It's maybe back 7 or born is in so far. So far, me and Huni. Okay. And I like the fact that
yes. But I can tell you that so far, some members of the opposition are linking them up to the NDC already.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And this is stemming from the fact that according to them, President 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 had also nominated 2 who went through the system. Why didn't President Mahama accentuate, or better still, even add them to the system to go through the process? But where you 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗘 and Wama Fufra.
Exactly.
So already political issues are not into
in fact, I share the same opinion with you. And the 2 of them, they have even gone to parliament. They have gone through vetting. And Tinanka said, "Bibia, you okay?" Now say, why couldn't we have added them? Another will it blow to the number? Could we have done other considerations? Say, if you want to know now, if 744 now, then it gives that kind of political catching the eye of the president before you can be appointed. Yeah. Then it brings the political connotation. But then the last time in the Bia, appointed one, some of them not working the Bakubi a former candidate of a political party. You understand?
Yes.
The person become too much politically exposed. Yeah. But in these people, as far as active partisan policy is concerned, I have not heard of anything in connection with the 70 people. Of course, what to about parliament, the minority, as usual, decided to go no for all the 7. They didn't vote for all the 7, but the parliament okayed their decision. I think it's a good move that we are having. So, the judgment, so politics on no bejima. So, for young betting here, or Sunday, open them up. And there's some court issue. You don't know the type of judge you are going to meet and the political persuasion of the judge. But judgment shouldn't be based on political persuasions. What is the law? I'm not saying I want to do Juma. I'm obeying there. So far, the judgment of that be it is fair, balanced.
The law is the law.
The law is the law. Now, so Benedict, you be interpret law based on a political appointment, and of course, so for one time be Professor Atuguba, or yes, survey, and he shared with judges there. Some of the rulings of the Supreme Court judges is giving inclination to the fact that one judgment in Okoma, the appointing authority.
Okay.
And some of the Supreme Court judges took
it. I think this was by Professor Raymond.
Yes, Atuguba. The revered learned just lawyer at the Ghana School of Law.
School of Law. Yeah.
And to say, Obia our system numun otumbache there judgment na all your judges in one man. It is to suit the political arena. Or very serious, and I think we have to run away.
Taking it from the side of the now appointed judges as well, Justice Jamefe was given the lead to speak on behalf of the team. Now, in his deliberation, comments very fair, thanking God and thanking the president. But one sentence will make his children kept asking, Daddy, so your name didn't appear on the list. That is presupposing and possibly stamping the fact that it appears that these justices sometimes are chosen by some political inclination.
Yes.
Could that not be so?
It could be so. From Academy University, so how? Not today. It's our turn. It's our day. We have fun watch it. That's what I also saw. But Abribiano, what was done we have for what was done we have for Afi, Mesopotamian, Namaba. And see, over there, Obiara one time, and all that. But so time is the best. But so from maybe at the war and judgment Naza, why and adapt to this time. And sometimes during the vetting, the kind of experience that they demonstrated, I hope and believe that it's not going to be for the cameras, but they will do better for the justice system of this country and not delay the judgment and all that.
President I think that so on they will do accordingly. But Osha 20, the President of the Republic Akasa the swearing in ceremony of the 7 Supreme Court justices. And the President swearing in ceremony nase.
This. Today you inherit the robe of honor and the weight of a nation's expectations. This robe is not simply a mark of office, it is a public trust. It is a symbol of service, humility, and accountability. Wear it with wisdom. Interpret the law not just as it is, but as it ought to be, alive to context and sensitive to the lived realities of the Ghanaian people. Speak through your judgments, not your opinions. Show leadership through principle, not preference. Let your legacy be measured in volumes of law reports, the lives you touched, the precedents you set, and the public trust that you preserved. I await the report of the 𝗟𝗚𝗙𝗍𝗘 Constitutional Review Committee in August this year, and I'm hopeful that their report will contain recommendations that will make our judiciary more effective and just. Ladies and gentlemen, history teaches us that where the judiciary is strong, society is stable. Where the judiciary is impartial, citizens feel secure. And where the judiciary is respected, democracy flourishes.
And so that was the President of the Republic, the first gentleman of the land, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Mr. Say, Obid Nasamroko, Sofu Bukra name. Naso yim de Sofu yam da Samroko no way, Obakania. Sasamlis are on Tenefiencha or the Bokosofo.
Okay.
Now, so yim de or the Kosofo on ya the hearing Kakempua on Casawinti on any impact on any bokun. So sometimes people indulge in some of these killings and the reprisals and all this because what are some quarter 50 years, 20 years, 10 years as one can be.
Okay.
And so when we have a justice system that runs very fast, nobody will go and fight the other person. As some let's go to court and seek judgment. So now, okay. So there, say as some court, never of course, as some quickly why you were disposed because they have to do the investigations and all that. But so from today, a justice system that runs faster is a very good one for this country and to help in stability.
Is that not the reason why some others have advocated, say, and there's no cap for the number of Supreme Court justices? I will say, but others have advocated, say, and the more the justices know, the justice delivery system no so be to me in 20 say over 20. Isn't this a good way for us to review some of these cases, go through it, let it go to court. Time now the man no a bit me akọ enim intentem, bit me dia asem no na ibo asem no na afi obi anya baby a ogina.
Ideally yes, but efficiency is dependent of the people who are manipulating the system or working the system. You can bring 2 people who can do a very effective work. Yeah. You can bring 10 people that work now from 2 year more 10 people cannot do it. And so the baby, we look at what the people are bringing on board. And sometimes we don't just look at the numbers. Of course, I'm saying President Mahama Kade, what ministers Abba, Sister okay, let us look at them. Ebriana, where one I hear, how much are we spending on them? Now they are 60. How much are we spending? If you look at that one, the efficiency can come in. And see, let us see what the 20 people will also bring on board. Is it going to fast track? Issues be at the white term, so the man no could do that, then it will justify the increase in numbers. Otherwise, the justices of the Supreme Court, the emoluments, the entitlements, and the Article 71 candidates. So it is costly. You see, it's costly to a nation. But cost also comes with the work that is supposed, the output, cost and output. See, I'm hoping that the justices are going to work harder to justify the increase in numbers from, I think, 13, 14 to 20. Then people can see that, when we increase the numbers, we've gotten the needed result. Then, of course, we can move the see, in the results now, it will not be meritorious of the numbers.
All right, indeed, that's what it appears. President has duly sworn them in. They have all taken their credentials to start working. We are sure, say, Monday, they will be introduced their various officers and they'll possibly be giving their first dockets to start working. Right? So, from the legal system, the law has also spoken, and this time it is a loud one. Until let's go to the next.
I'm Matthew. I was just going to Facebook and I'm saying, the first 5 feet you see is about hair. The first 5 feet. Who's scrolling through Facebook?
No,
that is the first 5 feet.
You also didn't watch it. It's also from what I watch. It's more about the husband.
Yes.
There's also the husband is trending more than the wife.
Say obi theory obi say is my mommy for 15 years yi. Obeba na abo abrewa. Na papa obi me ask na say.
Well, we'll leave that one for Timamufoni WTV4. But Evangelist Patricia Esiedua, aka Nana Agrada, Okonfo Osofo Nana Agrada, has urged her church members to keep praying as she was escorted out of court by police officers on Thursday, May 3rd, after receiving a 15-year prison sentence. The emotional remark came in response to a question about what appears to be a conviction that was handed over to her by 2 accounts of defrauding by false pretenses. Now, she was also fined 300 Ghana cedi, a 25 penalty unit, for engaging in charlatanic advertisement. Failure to pay the fine will result in an additional 30 days in jail. As for 300 Ghana, I think she will pay instantly. But I wrote someone about to General editing to my social media, so I in TV Okonfo so for Agrada. Say no embrano asonu mu nyina ne say gina na sorry dem mu etimi efa microphone eka say nyame adom te say onye obonsam dia biem oye Yesu dia krakrakrakra ba Yesu no so otimi ema pa no enum ye bebre dia Yesu betima masika so ayi bebre no ana aban mra say da bi wonye ne dam enti enipa ni bia omusika kokeka mu see the doubling of the money no na me hu say whether she takes a particular amount and asks you to come for a particular amount. And so no one ye nyankuma de na sikani biaba. I'm so trying to see.
Obese what is kanibeko?
What is kanibeko?
Skani bag.
Yes.
Say Ghana must go. Say they now they go now they are. Inzu du kwa say ono be kasa. Kwa ono be kasa no. Kwa skanibe double skagari you dinate to.
So that is the concept. Hey, where the eyewitness account and now say evidential.
This was
social
media. It was on social media. So this was on social media.
So you see, asamna ICCRN, baby, I mean, me Jehoka kra, or ye the deterrent.
Okay.
The deterrent.
Okay.
So for issue TV, and to some other stations be. After all, why, eba, 5,000, 10,000, 2,000, 4,000, and that kind of thing. And you ask yourself, Abe Duma Pana, what did the miscarriage here? Over to 100% interest, 100% dividends. It means that I'm not worrying, or it is not following any kind of law.
Yeah.
And see, the Mawai and Obama, Obere Mude, say, Adzika, that's the basis are wronger. The law can come after you. So, going for 15 years, Mumna, and I'm sure the Grand 15 dollars. Why about 5 years and not 10? Then,
well, Mr. Taylor, some non-legal brains are making some. I say, I hope it is true. So, I have chance on a certain video, be a maybe say the 15 years is a recipe for an appeal. For the Court of Appeal to make a proper ratification of what the court has said. Okay. Because in the view of this non-legal person, 15 years to endorse.
Send the lawyer and say appeal
very well.
So
I'm saying Friday holiday needs now one fan corner.
Yes. They certainly file appeal. I mean, this one certainly should be an appeal. But so for what the baby public figures in the world, and not worrying, they are misleading the young people. The majority may assure they may have influenced the Kaswa of Frank Kramer.
Okay.
And to say,
so why would the lawyer then say she's being prosecuted because of who she is and not what she has done?
Oh, a lawyer Senator, there are issues, and sometimes it's a psychological game. I'm confirmed with that. Why enough from it? But justice system no and then favor and see all the lawyers who do tomorrow because what we part tomorrow into getting one and judgment.
No, I agree with the judge.
He even argued that the last child they about 3 years.
Now before the judgment, before the ruling, he was given an option for pregnancy test.
Okay. All right. Mr. Taylor, Abra, send me by. Just as I said earlier, I have chance on the couple of videos, and one of the videos, has been the response of Mama Pat on the allegations na amount for KTIA on one sorry money. But into me, go to the Mama Pat so kafan.
This opportunity, men can be big a cry. And for video no one Reverend Mama Pat, Babonte the catcher Ghana for say. Me chairman sorry Masika. No more dia koye chu. Enti ubia wo pese me duwa wo sesika ne bi. Na wo de ye adwuma bra. Enti sa wo ba. Obaba be fa Yesu sa wo kra no achi. Wa be tro wudi. Then you become a church member. So be a church member. Now for what start ya ba so be. Enti say Reverend Mama Pat. My all night. Na ma chemisika ama men sore mba. Na ye bia mo a dana na obedru ya wa chwo di no. Se bia ntimi anso so a. Mama Pat, me nye wone, me frodo wo, me mo wo po. Obi anso nim say all night ye chesika. Obi anso nim say asori bia wo kwa ye ba fode. Menkwa na me ye osofo ba me ba fode a me de camera eto so. Abra me ready fan no. Manko ye okukua mu. Me kan wo asori dem ho. Say Afarley no. Ye sha see 3,000 cedis. 800, 700 every sequence. Say ebia adiasa na ye all night. Na usika nketa wo na wo phone so a obetimi asende. Eya fode ni efiri wakumu no na odi aba. Enti say waba all night na afen wa be chwo dia. Afen wa be ye church member. What must say? I know you 1 point. They to sumienu. Obi enim se Ghana. One almost said Juma de gumeni mo ase eye bebre to destroy my ministry. They dey kan ye be odene me. Ye demonstration etiame. They to sumienu asori ye siwie ye. Yesi makume ba. E de asha sori nase. Enu wachi. Ensem bebre atemidie bebre to destroy my image, to tarnish my image, to destroy the ministry. But we are say, dear Radia Canona Waka. The Bible says,
all right, this was one of the videos we chanced on as a television. Now, I think we are dealing with one of the smartest brains I have ever seen in my life. We are dealing with a very, very smart person.
So right now, why are you talking from? You're talking from a perspective as a doctor and now so far as a psychologist, which is which? Which lens are you using?
No, as a presenter. And then you present. No, but Mr. Taylor, we are dealing with a very smart person.
But did her child really die?
Well, that's the claim.
That's the claim.
That's the claim. And apart from that, and semna buy no hono or kahwasem. We are dealing with the people who said they took money to her.
Yes.
To be doubled. But Mama Pat is talking about something different. Well, you see, we are a television network, we are a Christian one, of course. Onipashia Bible say yema ye so we are not in any way rejoicing over the downfall of our dear sister. But we are looking at the moral issue of the matter and the law. The moral issues and the law. It is the moral issue and the law.
So in terms of the law, say a promise will be there, a man baby, you have gone against the law. And so I didn't you are defrauding the person.
Okay, so the law is the law.
The law is the law. It will take effect.
Mr. Taylor, if the law is the law, then let's look at some of the evidence that possibly a prosecutor, so court judge.
Yes.
And this will obviously be from some of the victims. Okay.
Right.
And we say, didn't know me buy, and I'm saying, can't know me buy. Adzika na, and all this shit, drop your and all mommy paper, pure white. And I did be ICBD in a gumu. Into a day paper and mamma, and no catch him some menko. Na de china me da sorry me hu number wom. Ampa so ade chi me da sorry na number wom. But me tension am de ko hina man ko say me ko je loto number. But me ko no. No mam loto number. Nti me ko no na che say ade chi na me da sorry no na number 2 numbers wom. And I'm saying so could try and buy 3 million. Tonight just 130 na 133 million. And I'm lottery time no so ya mbobo ya mendi. Me friend na anu kra nyo na me friend no boys na ba ko number o mo me friend ya ka chem say even say mendi dia na me sam piece kafo from ra. Na just say na me san this kabim. And a man continue ra. Me ti anu mo metimu fie sa na me ti say wo ye program. Now so bia na agrada bu bia no fa number ntimi na agrada bu mi fa so no e ma mi se si form na nunti e na nura mi ti wo no ma sama me ye den me de bai ntimba ya
o kono sasika 130 no wodi na abomu koyi
me de ni na abomu koyi
ti o ma ko to bibi na so ya
ma ko to bibia
oje 130 na abomu
oje 130 na abomu mra o ji sika no a o mam loto number no me very sad because I just say me banana I say paper na say rubber from me born na oba sika na me be for car kra na me bi
we de nya bi
inti me frame madam for ba ko na send him ska na me de fa car inti me ba ne de nyame na ka makoma enye nyame na so mu na nya sa de anka metumi atwa hwe
ti free hono 130 no wanya sense say
free hono 0 meniska
so
0
tu gusu hwe ni TV no
ni TV ne de me hwe biem
are
dia ye dia be de no matumi ahwe me hwe bi
se Ghana for unity o wiase for unity o
de me ka kire mo se ma me no ye kronfo na me nim se be ye bi no de sa o de se de ne o de sa o nti de me ka kire Ghana for se ma mo bi anti na asem biem no ma ni pa bi
abrante ba ko a ne mo ko ka adwa mu na ne nkomo ye pone kakra kire nti de di kan wo koye no ana o de 10,000 e koye ono no ka no 100 million into no ogie ne ma no eye paper say lotto number bi so on your mum bi don koda obesore no na
yeah man paper na the man it was plain like this like a plain sheet
sorry about
I say catching is a plain sheet no coffee on van to ni pillow na say ade betcha no number
na obehu number
no ade tell number no was and no san ko tell o the 300 cedis na tell 3 million it said no can 3 million 300 cedis o de ko tell we na say 300 cedis be kasa scan no na cost ro we nya bi no say onya zero no
so baby Ghana for naso o de baby ahent me for naso
ya so haven't we learned
our lessons DKN wa ba abesenko nam 1 wa ba abesenko and other Ponzi schemes
Mr. Taylor said are you not comparing apples with mangoes or possibly tomatoes because nam 1 na DKN for there who can one can say a spiritual matter
so well, is it not the same money
no it is the same money but where we are concerned as a Christian television network is the Akofa Christ so you see the name of Christ is being driven into
this particular matter
and that is where the concern is Akofa Christ so and the Messiah so do ba make me as na Christo be near the far fan chamber that is a
so for the baby there sometimes human beings are said that we should be able to be rational. Okay. You are given an
rational
amount of
saying you can rational.
So for adna ye no obo that jono to.
Say twi na za dwen.
How that jono hu ye kakra. You are given 13,000 Ghana cedis.
Come for your business.
130 million.
130 million. You see, so sometimes what is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? This number one case, of course, they are not the same. But so for number one case, you will see learned people. People in the financial sector.
People in the church.
People in the church. In fact, church organizations, they invested in this one because they think the interest was very good. And see, Nancy, Bank of Ghana brought about 5 or 6 other companies. And we are going there. We are encouraging these things. If the money keeps flowing, you may not see that it's a Ponzi scheme. But since Mama Pat, none of them. So, initially, Sikagari so that kind of thing. So for I think that people are playing on the intelligence of some Ghanaians. We should be very wide open. Because what has happened? It's very bad. 13,000 a like you.
I don't think that it has anything to do with ENTSM because the people who are watching us this morning. It would surprise you to know that Echnebi Mama part there could boko say no before for bar. You see, you get 2 people out of the people watching us this morning to go. They will still go there.
Okay. All right, Miss. Now, so in conclusion, Abraya de Mama Pat Eko Akosheka Muni journalist ABC say Mama Pat de na o kachere asafo no so mpai bonko a empire bonko to Christo need or how we are bekomu bia empire bonko. Well, Mr. Siama is trending since I'm on for Bonabasu after 15 years here. Obebana mami ababero enti na japade nyina eye ne dia and the viral video hu a onam the compound na okoba ye bom paye e yo Kristo ni na nsori ato na hwefo tie bom paye se nyame be ya adom na osoro bi.
Yeah, but so far as we were saying, I believe that the lawyer will have to look at the appeal.
Yes.
And now on appeal, so that at least some kind of reduction can be done. But for me,
you advocate in 15 years.
No, I don't. Me to me, I don't.
Okay.
At least 10 years, 5 years. No, the deterrent aspect for me, I'm okay. I can confirm but I think 15 years now.
We leave the law to the law. All right, closely related to this story, another one I miss now, Fabre and Yonkoi.
Oh, then it be related. Let's go to the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation. Urasam George Ho. Now, I really said the long anticipated misinformation after this information bill. That is a who can say my enemy. Who can say my able. That's one can ye.
Test will be sending me say, am I a victim?
But I'm a fire consulting.
My mom is in Gambia. Miss Nana, you want evidence? So, no, no, church.
Now, someone was asking me about business. I'll go use it for business. Well, into Sam George Akasa said the misinformation happened, so this information bill would definitely hit Parliament in the next session. As I say, the Parliament maybe you do need it. Me fast and but in the next session they will do well to take that bill into Parliament. Now, it to me Quarcoo review and no. Now, afi bet me assign na abeye bill law na afi they abet to giant. Not just say ube the information be babe to now the to social media now say the main media mainstream now one fan to ye and as a same now kind enye no cry you would find yourself in trouble. We ena Rasam George nati ode ababe to Mr. Taylor.
Yeah, Mr. Namedas, me did today disinformation, misinformation or yada or how I dren. Obi o ha o sheda onyimu wa kansan bia for na we thrown into the public domain before e beta asem no ma e be dey you wan no kra no na wa say within the dada. So to some extent it's good to regulate it, but in doing that, so what they share there, we don't also suppress freedom. Intention obey there obiara so obeka bia no somebody can easily take you on. In this country, we have come a little far. We had what we call the criminal libel law. Criminal libel law.
There's a criminal libel law.
Yeah, it was there. So yes, and it was abolished.
Repealed.
It was repealed. So the criminal libel law went, and then people are taking advantage of the free media space now to tarnish people's image and then falsehood. And to me, regulating it is good. But I'm sure that we will not use that system also to suppress people's freedom of speech.
Mr. Taylor, the same way is on the back of the fact that social media is one of the tools that most people are using to create this misinformation, disinformation issue.
Right.
But the recent one, Vice President Nana Jeno look at what people were writing on social media. Guy Bakukrampo, the police and he was sent for questioning and all that. And I say this issue. Political reasons abon say nipa no na political affiliation or woman no ma yes na nipa dey free and all that. What can be done about it? Because I say social media there ubi in 70 there it travels that fast.
Very fast. Social media, the new media is going very, very fast. Into someone then it is going like a wildfire. But what I think we can do is that we should go according to our public integrity and our public order. And we say, if you are doing what is right now, so Bimpo, or can stand for one, or we can this thing, let me check it again. Number 2, we should have a verified system B. Somebody there meets assembly for so far they cannot miss now. I can call, let's say, Mr. Sean to get a verification. Then that system is there. And say, you can go and then verify for the authenticity of the information already out, and that can also help. Then again, say if there are controls on these social media platforms, say no maybe what edit to what, na say a link na edit to one. If you're on here from the authentic source, it will not be projected or it will not come to the limelight.
That is tap you on the link.
It may not even open or something. Those regulations can minimize it.
But I think say, as a society, we ride on the downfall of our brother or sister. And the ones I know said this misinformation is coming on the backdrop of say your software Adzika say I say ne Sakura no cry me. I mean sitting on television or yes Sakura. Me the cry say me so that information has the propensity to travel faster. And so coming with that bill will be very important.
Yeah. But we live to see the content of the bill. Okay. So that it doesn't bring back the days of don't talk, don't do this, don't do this.
The criminal liability. But Mr. Teller, I had the BFC a church and new mum a BBC say a misinformation, disinformation, okay, and the crana and none of pay more king. Miss na ebekin kama na yetimi achirichimuchi.
Okay, so for the purposes of education, misinformation is false or inaccurate information shared without the intention to deceive. It often arises from mistakes, misunderstandings, or incomplete knowledge. People spreading misinformation believe that what they share is true, even though it is incorrect. For example, sharing an unverified rumor on an outdated fact unknowingly is misinformation. It can spread rapidly, especially on social media, but the spreaders do not aim to mislead others. Now, this is disinformation.
Now, let me explain that to you. In terms for the Epanjan say, what you are saying be Afa or software Adzika, or you say 7 or software Adzika. Me grab Bonnie Ben.
Makojo Bisika.
Bonnie Ben ebese.
Makojo Makojo Bisika. And can be Yempo before from Kojisika and Bobani Ache.
Okay, you find say cameraman. Eric, Quarcoo Bisika. Metia say Eric come say, hey, Eric Quarcoo Bisika. Now famous so my send them man Eric and Misa, man Eric boss and Misa. No answer me so me say, hey Eric, see I didn't gina hey, KFK food you dia no pe bia bedegu yesu nyina. Say na man for sika no jeje and what the yes I na ma send it. In misinformation. I didn't verify.
You didn't verify.
The information. So this information is false information deliberately created and disseminated with the intent to mislead, manipulate, or deceive an audience. It is a purposeful act, often motivated by political, financial, or ideological agendas. This information aims to confuse, provoke reaction, or achieve specific harmful outcomes such as influencing elections or undermining trust in institutions.
All right, into this information here, Chichueliana and political parties, and no nimsa assembly nyampa. Demo yakushia demo. Aye adwene sensem we ne de kwakotu dwansem no eno kware ba kunroba momien to enu enipanim na ya na amanfo adwan ayom kese na baba betu dwansem asem we de enye ampa kra na ye de say obi enti no mienu na ya cheche mu acha say de sector minister say obaba behwe na afi wetimi de mra no akomra hwebedwom na mra hwebedwom atimi e de stamp asisu na afa ma hye na mra kra na bibia timi ewie kama ba Mr. na wo kan say the beya enkoye so say ya kaye kasaboa
say there was a time one prominent person in Ghana oye obia ni panadwuma oye bo Ghana ne philanthropic activities and okoye blood donation and somebody put something in the media that saboja na nipa na twetwe no eno na eboa nipa mo yesika
that was about,
I tell you as we you odikoyedro enyi sika mo ebe sana what say impa ni image uhunu kra na papa you kra ni sika or the kra yin sika papa what say ni dey so I think that we need to look at that very well.
Ye nuanom nkranfo kase bia kase gbomo ehi na je se enipa enje and all the bible mu amanfo amagbato manyo amagbato menyo nipa anya kra banka abe yo Kristo ni dey esenka otimi eye
so for I want kra na yen no so for she edi be dia obi a dey bi na ubisa mo say Kristo ni okwa sorry because just say we can one adentina obi a okwa so betumi aye bibisa Kristo ni. And sometimes when we even in the Christendom say sofo bi ti say ne sofo ba ko bi ho abasema sometimes ayene de
yanka
sometimes you see
you say no sofo aba na ehun say we dey or the kaka
so sometimes we look at the downfall of our colleagues yeah better than akofom so we can rejoice, but the Bible is saying that we should not rejoice even against our enemy, we should not even rejoice. And sometimes people will push this into the media, especially do political season. Oh, people will just say anything just to tarnish the image of the opposition opponent so that they can score political points and get fame. It doesn't help us.
Okay. Now, on that score of a political point, and MPP for Kasa at this time, it's all about the Adzika North constituency elections. They don't have a member of parliament. Now, the New Patriotic Party has announced plans to seek legal redress to restrain the Electoral Commission from conducting a rerun of some 19 polling stations within the constituency, citing disputes over the authenticity of the December 7th election. Now, this was contained in a speech by the General Secretary Justin Frimpong Esquire, who raised some issues with regards to the rerun of certain 19 polling stations within the Adzika constituency. Mr. Taylor,
so for Ghana, and Kayasha him brand I had to have a message to me, only do ha.
Okay.
So for indeed, how crowd was Sunday, my electoral committee, Juma Kakra. Now, so what for as presiding officer? Now, eco station, in fact, on that day, you are the champion of the house. Now, in the recording, the party agents and all the stakeholders are there, including foreign observers and the electoral observers, they are all there. And so, our presiding officer now, what the police station after you have gone through everything and you have done the electoral recording and the balloting accounting in Nano, the final outcome, what is the results of the elections at the polling station? And brother say, if we are already the copy, a paste to a polling station at the vantage point. That is number one. If we are elections and Obiara political party, independent candidate, Biara, or your party to the election, or the agent now, or on your copy of the result, which we normally refer to as the pink sheet.
Okay. So it's the pasting, it's a pink sheet that is pasted.
Exactly.
Okay. A copy of copies are given to agents of the political parties.
The copy now, it is not a photocopy nor a scan copy.
Okay.
It is carbonated.
Okay.
And so whatever you write on sheet 1 trickles down to about sheet 10.
Okay.
And to and normally it has been in such a way that say in front of 8 and our contester, the sheets are about 10 or even 12.
Okay.
Such that there will be excess. And to say the matter in the political parties should have a copy of the carbon copy.
All the political
parties, they should have it. Independent and whatever, they should all have it. Our presiding officer you should have a copy. And then the original on the face, you take that one to the office of the electoral commission.
Okay.
And see, I am there. For about 39 or so or 19 of the polling stations, we cannot get the political parties copy. If people are saying that when they were coming from the to bring the collection center, people knew, and therefore they met them on the way, they beat them, destroyed everything. So they destroyed that of the presiding officer, destroyed that of the NPP, destroyed that of NDC, destroyed that of all the political party agencies in now. Original. Now what can destroy? We pay so on. You see, you can see that people are intentionally stifling information. People are intentionally not willing to say the truth. When I did some of the work that I'm making, as far as back in 2008, thereabout also, as I speak, some of the Bapona Mimiko, it is there. It is there. And I cannot understand how 19.
Yes.
We cannot get it.
So to the extent that the matter under the discussion right now is the Justin Kodia speaking on behalf of
course.
The
of course.
Ora Bossman. had actually said that. There were
three.
only 3 which was actually told to the House of Parliament.
Correct.
And then all of a sudden, EC sits and comes out with 19 of them, including that of Gloryland or #1 police station. No, remember, including that of the Odoko, and on it's not now part of the 19.
Yes.
Now, the Ono can say, Abra Ora is here doing Ketia, Ebejina TV, so Eka say, Yisi. Ene na bedi echi mientani nyina na ade eto omo
they are not fit for purpose
entino wogidi say no na etimi aka eye isi na nkasa ma wenya such a youth
so for yes it's something be white or transfer kakra on cherry bia parliament is house of records and ya free EC aba parliament and the EC ebotuma parliament aba there were some sheets they allowed for scan copies and they used that of MPP. But because the agents came and confirmed that, they have all accepted it. And therefore, ACA 3, this were the words of Bosman. And I watched that day in parliamentary proceedings. In ACA 3. And OBB said there, why don't you go for a rerun? The answer was that it was premature. Unless they are not able to do anything at all about the 3 before they can reconsider rerun. Now, the polling stations at the contention were initially 39.
Okay.
39. And see how it came to 19. Well, I don't have all the facts, so I cannot. So if they were 39, are we running in all the 39, or now it has reduced 19?
It has been reduced to 19. When Dr. Bosman came to Parliament,
yes,
the questions or answer, didn't include or didn't give a hint of a rerun. 19,
no, of course, no rerun, yes. No 19.
Even no 19.
And see, how come that?
Okay, but what if it is the matter of say, the hula baloo is becoming too much? The level of misunderstanding on the part of the 2 political parties, broso. Let's go for a rerun, but let's limit it to the 90. Could anything also be wrong with the what is there to be afraid of?
So for joining a queue to go and vote is not easy. That is one.
Okay.
And see, there you about to have the managers of the election, from the presiding officer to whatever. Okay. Number 2. So parties what the agents are polling stations now. They incur some costs. They have to feed them. They have to sometimes transportation and some risks associated. The parties will have to bear that.
Okay.
And see, party fee there. Why couldn't you have used your internal structures to solve the problem? Okay. They were going to give us this kind of cost.
Well, Mr. Adela, let's move on because parties they will keep confusing us because when it was MPP in power, it was as if everything that the EC did was right and good. Now the NDC is in power and it appears that EC why papa let's go and rerun.
So
I think the politicians
this kind of the man don't honor the MPP the NDC what you gonna have honestly when it suits them, everything's all say yay, everything is fine. But when about against them, they will try to use other things. So this politicization of our institutions, they are confusing us.
Now let's leave the politics. Let's go to the next story.
Let's still stay in Parliament. But the Indian Prime Minister is in Ghana for a 2-day visit, and praising Ghana. He left yesterday, but no answer no be Parliament. No say Ghana. We are committed to democratic values and inclusive development. He has described our country as a beacon of inspiration for the entire African continent. Or say when we look at Ghana, we see a nation that shines with courage, rises above history, and turns every challenge into creativity and grace. Your commitment to democratic ideals and inclusive progress truly makes Ghana a beacon of inspiration for the entire African continent. And his visit was to deepen bilateral relations between Ghana and India with a focus on trade, technology, education, agriculture, and cultural exchange. And he also even went to the Nkrumah Museum yesterday, laid a wreath on Kwame Nkrumah's tomb and then that of his wife as well. Yeah.
So Ms. Na, the trade partnership between Ghana and India has been there for a very long time. And history, Kwame Nkrumah was the brain behind that kind of relationship. And yesterday, Papa Nrekasano Ihunde or Kaida Kwame Nkrumah towards bringing that lasting relationship, and successive governments once we bombers in there, them relationship robot to alcohol. Now, if we look at India, the prospect of India in technology very, very high. Prospect in education very, very high. Medicine industry, into health. And to know, say, yeah, or might be them say, the prime minister or Bagana, then it means that say, yeah, we are likely to benefit from the trade relationship between these two countries. And if Parliament address on minor, then the world, entire world, they have some kind of confidence in Ghana. We need a Ghana for you now.
I shall say friend no from Kwame Nkrumah's era.
Kwame Nkrumah time where up to this time. Or patch there says Ghana is seen as a beacon of hope, and it's something that we need to build upon. Share, number share them small video CB. There's a Nigerian in Ghana, or call police Ghana police headquarters. No coach, one TV now Obobo sport one day. So Nigeria TV no around 10 p.m. no go be too. And that but Ghana, these things are there free of charge. Oma, you there, or man, you will never be we are doing right, but we need to perfect it. Papaya, wa bana, okay, I'm there, what was if you had and that. Your best friend there, Mama on your talk show, or man, you follow up with the MOUs are present or promising there. They are going to sign MOU for the production of vaccines. Since COVID-19. Say, or to the Soroko. When we get the needed vaccines, I think we can look at it. Immunization of our children. Or the year, can we get vaccines manufactured in Ghana that will be able to serve this purpose? Malaria, whatever, all the kind of diseases are all here. Can we get some kind of a vaccination drugs about my boy? Let us take advantage of that relationship with India and build our own system. Industry. Now we are talking about the 24-hour economy and the what is one district, one factory and all that. These are supposed to lead Ghana into the era of industrialization. And if we don't go industrialization, I mean, we cannot go any far. Yeah. Agriculture is one area. So India wants to and the fertilizers and the machines for agri India. Let us take advantage of the system so we can also enrich our sectors and develop.
All right, so we hope that this will be done. I mean, the relationship that was spoken about both from the side of the Indian president visiting and President Mahama stems from a certain relationship that was way back during the era of Kwame Nkrumah. Now, during this time, there was the non-aligned movement. movement. Now, this was signed by 5 key leaders from some independent countries who decided, say, both the West and the East after the Cold War will come together and sort each other in terms of all the things we have mentioned, the industry, pharmaceuticals, mainline health, medicine, and technology. Now, the various presidents included the following. Go ahead.
All right, and so it's included the following. So, the founders of the non-aligned movement NAM were 5 key leaders from the newly independent countries who sought to maintain independence from both the Western and Eastern Cold War blocs. They are Joseph Tito and Jawaharlal Nehru, who is from India, and then we have Gamal Abdel Nasser from Egypt, Kwame Nkrumah from Ghana, and then we have Sukarno from Indonesia. And so these were the 5 people that were included in that NAM, that is the non-aligned movement.
All right, and so moving away from that, I know Mr. Taylor will be very interested in everything that has to do with unionism. Unionism. Union matters. But it is still that is here again with us. The Tertiary Education Workers Union of Ghana has declared an indefinite nationwide strike following the expiration of a 7-day ultimatum issued on 24 June 2025 to relevant authorities over the recognition of its representative on the governing councils of traditional university. Mr. Taylor.
Yeah, so for baby you were mbrano ho nti oyina ye mama and send me the motumoko.
Timrane said, then a table for
and Brennan there. Say, yeah, Constitution University Council now. There should be representatives from various organizations. The president of Ghana will bring his or her rep. The university will bring the alumni will bring their rep, and then the unions.
Okay.
If you go to UEW, for example, not NAGRAT, they have an arrangement and they go on rotational basis.
Yeah.
Now, if you're TEU,
so which of the TEUs are we talking about?
We had the TEU TUC and TEU Ghana.
Okay.
Now, TEU TUC had been the representative on most of the boards.
The mother body originally.
Now, on Cheribiana, TEU Ghana, I think 2018 or 2020, about nobody decided that they would seat from TEU TUC. And Okato. And say, Ekato, yes, you may have the numbers, but the original statute recognize a particular group.
Okay.
Even when the doors to say GH no.
Yeah, but even when the negotiation formula assumes say it is the greater number that does the negotiation on behalf of the others.
Yeah. Yes.
And yes, I know
those ones are there. For example, about teaching, for example, for example, about the NAT, no kita bargaining certificate. But about representation now. The law said that on rotation, the unions on rotation basis. So NAT will be there. Another time NAGRAT will be there. Another time CC2 will be there.
So representation is different from negotiation.
Yes. It's completely different.
This is where the problem is coming from. Okay.
So what they are doing now, they are not asking for a negotiation of maybe representation
on the board.
Yes.
Okay.
And sometimes the idea is that when our representative goes there, the person expresses our interest on the board or the committee. And to say something is going against us.
Okay.
I think that TEU Ghana, TEU TUC, they will have to sit and iron this particular thing.
Even before they sit and iron, what does TEU GH want on the council?
They want to go and sit.
Representation of the council.
So that means that there will be two TEUs.
Correct. Which the law does not allow permit. The law does not permit.
So one at a time.
One at a time. And so one at a time is that no, what the TEU Ghana, the TEU TUC. What is the law? The statute. Now, had there been variations? In fact, initially, and up until I think 2003, thereabout, all the committees are teachers were represented and NAT were represented because that time NAT was the de facto union.
Yeah.
But now that other unions came, you will see most of them on rotation basis, on rotation basis, so that the other unions, despite their numbers, will have representation. So I think that the GTEC. They are now regulating the tertiary institutions. GTEC, tertiary education, they should be able to sit with TUC, but TUC and TEU Ghana. Incidentally, from the following up Amayan, GTEC has also been having some kind of discussion with both groups. Their position is that TEU TUC should be the recognized representatives on the council. They also think that you are pushed us out of the system, which is not fair.
Okay.
And this is where I think that the two unions and then GTEC, they should do some more consultation, look at our history, look at our statutes, and then see how things will go.
is threatening an industrial strike, and we know so now that they have the bigger number, if it so happens, there will be a lot of chaos in the universities. Universities are already getting to May semester now, just a week or two for some people, and May semester is here already. Well, in the meantime, let's now open the phone lines and we'll quickly go to Nigeria and come.
Okay. So the phone lines are open 0256253461, 0538350625. For normal TV volume no. You can comment on all of the stories we've discussed so far. So for Yenko, Nigeria. Now, the two main opposition leaders have joined political forces to challenge President Bola Tinubu and his ruling party in the next election, that is in 2027. This is Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, and they have chosen the African Democratic Congress ADC as their new political home after breaking away from their respective parties, that is the People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party. This is one of the biggest shakeups in Nigerian politics since the end of the military rule in 1999.
Yes, but I think that one of the things about strong political systems is the ability of Nkrofo were very good now over together as a political party. Actually, in the last elections in Nigeria 4 years now, Tinubu winning Peter Obi was more or less the front line.
Social media, all right, but we have a call. All right, good morning, sir. Matthew chapter 1.
Class in you.
Yeah, this you.
I'm class in you.
Yeah, this you.
Another friend, but you're very quiet. Meba la no so ache. Mfa konya pinja me so for really the band of the care and you go ma so for. Na madam Laura state office. And as me ho me ma patient go su buadi, ya de na kwa da wa denta, ona o society na de ko ye. Manage pa so me shema ma. Ofani me ba fi na last me kan, na me adma na me see no. And the one the
also then 9 for 9
na 8, 9, 10 August.
Of August, okay.
But 8, 9, 10 August.
Okay. Is that the same time for
and the
go ahead.
Not to me that here no for Ghana go share also acquire so
Chile mu ye no to the Jesus say
come out with Ghana for your pedu. Not me race course this to my higher or na nim na if you na nim na road ni da. Officer ko mamwa ona road ni da be fa abeko. Udu go uhu de we ankofo enam we ko ho a egufa so ho a. Wo the Ghana for your pedu fu die pa die free. Free ade entente bi ambese bebre. I don't know this is how we are going to do. Send it by eating out of Quacoya, Duman, when you have the cannon. Open a back door, now offer, not the Yano. And I'm going to Ghana for you more Hano. Or not you also found one, or the bunk of force, and then you crew I am man. And yes, sir, or say, was a very Christian, yes, any age. Name of me, anything was yet to your own for say, or Chilano, before the Bako, we was on Shinipanechi and Sana Wako. I just don't fit me and I didn't or say by Jessica, not in the car. Or you ever know why I'm not Jessica? Oh, already.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, Miss
Yanko, Seshi. Obey some more. Good morning.
Sorry.
So, good morning.
So, Cassim. The bank told me,
Suffer.
I make a agrada and kakra.
Okay.
As also for yes, Kisu and Ebama, Menu, and Agra. Agrada, maybe a Mrs. and Kayaman, why now on Sambra. Because Ghana for so Agrada, but no nonsense of the 𝗏𝘆𝗲𝗍 We jam here, no nonsense of the 𝗏𝘆𝗲𝗍 Ghana for Yen Yamia, best say a bravo. And you need probably a chin to know. I say a book tree. Your young coffee is soon yammy. Not yet dinner kupoechi. It is only the gospel that will transform our mind, our heart, and whatever that we are doing. And you be a chinatu, which you are glad 100 years. Upieba ne. Mumre obedobo Ghana for Mukwano Musu no beko. To the Pompire Sayamisi say Ghana for a day. Laying to me on Yankupo Nechi. And no other boy. And to say, at the time, the ADHD. Jagrada, money away, and 6 months, 9 time. Now, rather, you must say we are science for each year.
So, that's it.
All right, it's any young call Agunamante Mohona say, if you are going to be up, cry, of course, you are going to summer. On a preside, you post to the call for the first time. Okay, many of Pacho, Yama Chemo, Aguna Saba for Mujina Monaso there. Pacho lower volume no TV no na yin ko mo mesra wada. Pacho yeti o.
Now the end is just for 40 to shuffle, they reduce for time and all that's what I am. Hey, I don't know the other woman because put moves of 9 no matter really what I'm apart from how to get near a black about it.
All right. Yo, that's it. Nah.
Osabokote, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That's man.
Osabo into your day.
Get that's man. Anganye Dabani.
Nah, Dabani.
Oh, Anita, hello, nah. Oh, any nah.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Minda Yeske, Luchibo Papa ni yenchu yejere. Nimo ajonya.
Amen.
Maybe your permit formally. Agrada ishibe. Maybe agrada false pretense. What's the difference between agrada issue and number one issue? Because number one, about the number of people need America Meshka, is it not false pretense? Maybe I go agrada, poor no friend. Let me everything. See, well, the law is the law. The law has spoken. She let us look at the number one issue as well. And see, actually, number one not more serious than agrada. Number two is about the easy. Many MPP can easy your court. It's surprising. I mean, as you said there, the two political parties are just confusing us. So a power, then okay, the non-easy feel is good. Just about 6 months ago, MPP who praised easy. Many MPP guys easy is not doing this one.
Yeah.
God bless you for the good job done.
Yeah, Osafo.
All right. It's every tamale na yentuaso na yenko boga. Oh, tamale kwaso. Adam, good morning. Hello. Adam.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Ibajo yetio.
Ibajo, person ka sa like nana ka hono.
Yo.
Yes, I say woman no. I am the pastor I'm watching. Because the same PM. Made me organize water company, but my just transfer about
So the BN.
And you know,
and Adam,
it's not better business.
Aha, chile.
And the best cost in the same cock. Hello,
I me pacho yetio Adam yetio.
Aha, and let me say, more program is okay. Different number of animals, so Maba. The about me 5,000 cities. And now 2,000. That was 4 years ago. And the Bomode Saskano, I recall. Let me do few honor. Let me know to me because Saka was in a motion, do few honor. Obaka said, go for Mutiti honor. I hold in a motel on a motion TV. And to me, I must be in Pabua and be in Pabua. I must be Cotinasi and a mamma. Now I'm more voice of you. It's a boss in mom direction and Mocotinets at home. It's about 2 hours time. Ubi a corner most of the book of course, most of far this kind of Ghana must go. And the person will come out. It's like that, I like 2 triple. Finally, they called me to go in. When I entered inside and I saw the place, I said, wow, this is unbelievable. I drew a more like Pusum Kwana old town for them. Now we know. And then Papa beat the honor. That's the first time I saw that lady on my naked eye. Very fair. And now, obviously, say, I had a mukura, we see move for 1,000 cities. But I said, okay, well, this kind of kind. And then I just said, Papa, no, never was to 400, and I saw candles be breathed. I want to do more. And now, I see me quarter of a chair, and I'm quarter of a chair. And I'm going to, I have a mission with me, Bolga. And Papa, no, actually, of Pemus. Or the plain white paper, and or their chair, Mr. Michel, boom, and it's a being him. And I want the powder, the black one, be a good. And I'll fool it, and I saw the mama say, if I call. Now, because that's what, if I'm a baby, like, I should put it under my pillow. So that the next day, I'll see something on it. It's number, and I should go and stick that number, less than 50 Ghana city. And I said, okay. And to me, I'm a piano. I said, no. Like, Miss Piano, no, said no. You didn't buy no. I said, that's not the right place. Then to me, quiet. I told him down so I did no. You number also. You got try number so no, shim, nothing. My entry. My friend number now. Boys, you know, at half of one can say, me bar, me fabi count, scanner, me fabi rap, me found another 1,000 and 2,000 bra. Now I'm saying from him. Other person cut me up another Accra and Casa, and Mr. Davy, member and Sana. I don't commit me Casa no more food so. And I'm so happy that this lady has been arrested. It shouldn't go more than 20 years. 20 years is small. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Enti say obi fi boga pa na or say or the 1,000 na back na just say ne la show no de TNT obesandia. That's easy. Smart move. All right, but and some yeah for your last call like okay, yeah for last call and then we can make some comment on it. Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, morning.
I come to say
Boko.
Ejamadaru man, mo programs na mpesa mi basugi.
Yo, yetie wo.
Ye frame media kasa de poku na dodo na fe no donti.
Okay.
Media nyakopon say ya chi mame agrado. Na ete yete egenia ata na de bia na wayi na pampam say oye konfo no say chine kam. Ada di mi sika frame sada bade na ampon bo tun mo jadi ni aso ye mepu ni ejin the same day and agada ji e wuske nya omo sama ye boye e pam ye fro na de wo mni o ko na se o ka se obema sika gera o se fa bia 2,000 bra o de ba o du gba de ma o ba ko to Gani atana na papa mapan so me tuma bodi bia mi yere fin din kakran
yeah be hwe ni di say
na ono o ya agbete de mama me agrada enti unye gura ho a omo ko apotoru abi odi ni emede we for se fatika tun obeya o se o waye bibi se fatika we bia na oya go wanji hu sika nyina o kan say no fatika no ma fakia bo momento my phobia wo ni abeyu e go kwa bonte wo ye go for fun nyina ye beje mi wanji mi fun adi sika 2,000 mo agrada wo ade nya ko tombo ni aye ti ni tumu a ampon wa the same ampon ya woni tebitekum omko yi ni 50,000 ya eje na second no de amani kura ma say so agrada yi ni pa bonyan kasa Yenye so ba me mi nso o ma wo mu a o ma wo bebo na o mo fani ejin ni bi nka ho ma no na okoba obowu se oni a wo die no obejai me da mati.
All right, yes so that was it now.
Auntie Philo, good morning.
Hey.
Auntie Philo, good morning. Auntie Philo, good morning.
Yenya no phone the phone said you ring it to say China phone and your ringtone in nti mummy nya no kra na febe so we ba TV so am phone ring it say your phone papa na ring it papa na bibia we pay but yeah on this agada I shall for even on those our show and this is telling you say you cassette WTV Sorena Shrine the most watched Christian morning show no pebia na. And now you have evidence to the fact that people are watching all over from Accra to Bogatanga to Volta region, Keta, my place, all the way to Elugu. Everybody is watching. Even outside the country, everybody is watching. We have evidence to the fact that yenuya osofo konfue Adzika omwa omwanka sensika omode evidence ne to yenim yenka se odbonye ni ntimi nsakra utimi sakra de Awurade wakonya se sakra ye ba Awurade ede ne boni bibia be che no na wafi prison aba no aba as a stronger person Mr. Taylor but to Ghana fofo After 2 mami agrada so.
So for kakra eba ka che Ghana for there. Odi bribi na say obi or kind of fiske bi bra. Na skana origin obama a certain kind of money. Ya dwunu hu ye kakra. Osande in business I benya dividend or interest of more than 50%, 70%. Abejuma pa na reka ya be dem as no who dey impa be free ba no no ye den kakra. Until we should be very careful. Here can say there are other Ponzi schemes going on. People are joining, people are paying monies and all that. Since here that you my baby no ashana it will go beyond the roof. As people are saying, number 1 is working in Ghana. Number 1 is working in Ghana.
Yeah.
We should look at the DKM. You just not what the other. There was another and all that. I think that while we are advising Ghanaians to be careful of the kind of schemes our regulators, the Bank of Ghana, the security agencies, the law courts, they should be fair to the system. And if Agrada has gotten 15, others who may have done similar things should also be looked at. Then on our TV stations, this is going on. The National Media Commission, the security agencies, national security, they should look at some of the TV stations. They don't do what WTV is doing. They don't educate people. They don't bring people into Christ. They are just broadcasting this man in Brahmaya will say, no more TV. So they have seen it. They should go after them and sanitize the system for us. So on this occasion of the holiday, no, Yamagana Fuida Ahombejepa, na ya said Yankopan say na dum.
Amen.
Na Yankoya name. So we thank everybody and God bless all of us. Thank you.
Mr. Tila Dasi. And that's the passion for you, so that's the say, and a power Mujimre. Eti na afe, Munina Susuni, the Ejuma way. Christian service, that's the pass, and a pebia Musoy Munafi. It's me the do segment so embrace ya shefo. Yeah, Quaba, ye bar, ye de Asem Kesse, ever to us, so please do all to stay with us.
The Christian Service University, a fully chartered private university in Ghana, is inviting applications for admission. Undergraduate programs include BSc Nursing and Midwifery, Computer Science, Information Technology, Bachelor of Business Administration, BA Communication Studies, Planning and Social Development, and Theology with Administration. Postgraduate programs include MSc in Accounting and Finance, Monitoring and Evaluation, Corporate Planning and Governance. We have MA MPhil Communication Studies, MA Christian Ministry with Management, Event Management, MPhil English and Mathematics Education. With quality, faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, we blend academic work with entrepreneurial mindset in all our programs. For more information, please call 0246 275375, 0240-154825, or 0244-596603, or visit our website www.csuc.edu.gh. CSU is located at Odenaho Kwadaso on the Kumasi Obuasi Road, 100 meters off Star Junction. Choose CSU today to secure the future of Africa.
And to make him better known.